But you could say that about your parents if you want to.
Now, I'm actually, that's what you're alluding to, he says. The next thing as well, a creator of truthful knowledge about the product. I can ask parents about certain question about your, 1 second, that most likely probably they won't even know. How much nerves in the body, how much thing, how much. Most parents don't know these things.
Can I ask
You can't have an ignorant creator of the product.
Can a woman know when she's fertile? Can a woman know,
I ask you.
okay, I'm ovulating right now, then I'm fertile, then this is very fertile partner that I'm having. Biologically, I can estimate that he's very healthy and he'll give me healthy children. Therefore, I'm dating.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Based on biology, right? I'm dating this person because they are more physically appearing to be fertile. Yeah. So can I know that?
No, I'm saying
Can I
best.
have the knowledge of that and do it purposefully and conceive purposefully?
No, well,
and know
if you're the
that
creator,
I've succeeded?
no, if the parent is the creator, the parent should have the precise knowledge of what time your father egg eat the sperms. Your father's sperms eat the egg. If they're the creator, they will know what the exact time they put them together because the creator put it together. Next thing, before you born, your mother could have drawn a picture of you and says, okay, then I'm a creator with a brunette hair color, this eye color. Your mother, no, and she couldn't do so. Your father, no, I'm saying before you're born, when you're in the womb.
Just check the genes and you can figure out, okay.
No, they'll be guessing.
We are more likely to have a child.
They'll be
That
guessing.
Will be male, for example.
They'll be guessing.
I know that in my family, always women are born first. So my first child, I know already, 5 years up front, that my first child will be female. And I know 5 years up front that my female child will have brown eyes.
You sure what
So I
time?
can know that.
In advance, do you show what time they're gonna born?
I can decide.
Did you show what time? In advance.
decide.
In advance. Did you show what time exactly you was gonna give birth to that child?
I can decide that, yeah.
You can decide that?
Yeah, pretty much. You can do
I
that.
asked you. You said you're the creator. Don't tell me you can decide that. We're talking in the past tense now.
I don't really want to go to eugenics.
No, I'm saying to you.
Designing humans,
I'm saying to you.
It's possible and people attempted that.
You cannot give me. I bet you do a survey. You cannot give me no parents on the planet that know in advance, exactly in advance before they deliver the child, that I'm gonna deliver the child on 7:59, 7:26. If the creator,
No, wait. Am I a creator?
if the creator, they should know.
No, wait, no, that's not true. If I'm a jeweler.
You can't be an ignorant creator of your product.
Wait,
You
I'm
can't be an
asking-
ignorant
I'm asking
creator.
you a question. I'm
Yeah.
asking you a question specifically about what you're talking about. So if I'm a jeweler and I make jewelry, right? I can start making those rings and I can estimate that it will take me 2 hours, right?
Good example of a jeweler.
Could it take me 2.5 hours?
So the jeweler made the
Because
ring.
what happened, I was lazy.
I will agree with you now. The jeweler, good example. That example is working in my favor now.
No, it
So
doesn't.
the
It
jeweler.
doesn't. Because actually, I was estimating to make those rings in 2 hours. I made them in 3.
No, the jeweler can tell you.
My estimate was
No,
wrong.
no, the jeweler can tell you. No,
Parents, when they try to
1 second.
conceive, they still
The
produce
jeweler-
a child. They are the creator.
the jeweler-
However, the estimate can
no,
be wrong.
no.
So you could
The jeweler and the baker, can tell you the precise time that they start. The oven can tell you the precise time he start the oven. The jeweler can tell you the precise time he started.
And
Take-
it's always an estimate.
Your parents,
because it's
no
into the
parents,
future.
both the mother and the father, no parents can tell me the precise time that the sperms eat the egg.
But I'm a creator of this ring, and I cannot
So
tell
you can't have
precisely how
so based
long
on
it's
logic,
going to take.
based on logic,
So
you,
you think it's wrong?
based on logic,
It'll work in my favor.
based on logic, you can't have an ignorant creator. That's why in our religion, in our scripture, God says,
You can't
those
have-
he that created does not know.
You can have a creator that produces an estimate.
So give me a parent that know in advance that I was gonna before the child.
Any parents that
Oh,
plan
please,
their children.
hear my question.
come on.
You know, hear what I'm saying before.
You're not giving me a genuine
No,
argument.
but I'm saying, hear the question. You don't hear the question I'm asking you. I want you to do a survey and find one parent on this planet that know in advance before they deliver that child that they was going to deliver that child on 10:59. Tell me one of them that know exactly before they deliver the child they was going to deliver the child. You cannot find none.
Time of creation of this ring that I created this ring. I designed it. I chose to do.
Yes, so the jeweler is not
I
like the
chose
mother.
Colors. I created it.
Yes, the
My
jeweler created it.
estimate
Sister, you
was
agree with
wrong.
my point. So the jeweler created the ring, but your parents don't create you because the jeweler have more knowledge about the ring than your parents have knowledge of you. I remember this.
I don't have the perfect knowledge.
No, look
about
here.
those
It take
things.
9 months.
No,
Look at this now.
wait.
It take 9 months.
You don't let me finish because you don't want to hear me. I don't really know everything about metal, okay? I made this. I know how to make it.
I'm
I
agree
know
with
how to
that.
make it quicker or faster or slower, etc. My estimates could be wrong, my estimates could be correct. It's an experimentation. However, I don't know everything about metals. I don't know all the components. I don't know all the physical properties. I probably should as a jeweler, but however, I don't.
But
Can
the
you
jeweler,
produce a child and not exactly know
I
everything
I
about
see.
anatomy and
You
biology?
digress. One
No.
second. You digress.
It's true.
You
I'm
know,
telling you the truth.
you digress from your claim though. You claim your parents is your creator. I said your parents is your creator. They cannot be an ignorant creator about you.
I'm an
I said,
ignorant creator
no,
of my ring.
no. I said the jeweler,
So I'm
the jeweler,
telling you that's possible.
the jeweler of what time he started the creation of the ring, of the jewelry. Because the jeweler look at the time, he says, okay, I'm starting 10 o'clock. He knows what time he start. I said, no parents know what time that specific sperms eat that egg, the one that bring forth the child. No parents know that time. So can you have an ignorant creator?
Of course you can have ignorant creators. We create stuff all the time not knowing what they are.
But she's probably thinking in humans. But
No.
then you have a creator that is God, who has
No,
knowledge
I'm saying
of
in human 9 months. In 9 months, remember your parents even have 9 months, 9 months before they deliver you. Roughly, some premature before, but you know what I mean. But even within a long stretch of time, that no parents can tell in advance, I'm gonna deliver my child 6 o'clock. No one never get that. No parents can tell you that. No
A
parents.
doctor can tell you.
So therefore,
Because it's an estimate.
I'm not-
We're talking about estimates.
I'm not asking about
That's
estimate.
why it's never certainty. You're talking to me, you want me to be certain, right?
if I go and I
cannot
bake a
be-
cake,
I cannot be certain. I can start producing this ring and it could take shorter, it could take longer. I could die tomorrow and never produce.
yeah, but I'm saying when the jeweler finish made the ring, the jeweler can tell you the exact time when they stop making the ring, when they stop it. You understand? But your parents cannot tell you in advance the exact time. They have no control over the action of you coming here. That shows how much they have no control. They cannot tell you the exact time they're gonna deliver you. In advance. In advance, they cannot tell you.
Mostly you just go to a doctor and they
But
tell
if I'm
you
the but if I'm a jeweler,
dates,
sister, if I'm
that on this date you're gonna give birth.
no approximation. But
Yeah, it is all approximation.
but you see, the jeweler.
My production of this ring is an approximation.
No, the
I
jeweler.
approximate when you come to me.
Did you
as
have
a
country-
customer, and you said you don't. You
You're missing
want
the
to be
point.
my customer because I'm gonna give you for free, right? So you said you want to be my customer. Let me tell you. So you come to me as a customer, and then you tell me what you want, right? I never made it before. I know nothing about it. You just make some like weird idea about like weird jewelry you want, right? And then I tell you an estimate that you will take 2 weeks. And then I tell you, come to me in 2 weeks at 5 p.m. I could be correct and you will be ready at 5 p.m. in 2 weeks. It could be half an hour later. You could be late and I could not deliver you the ring on the right time. But can I produce an estimate of my produce?
And as time goes on,
I can be wrong and I can be ignorant about you being late.
and as time goes on,
Ignorance basically means lack of knowledge. I can not know.
and the approximate estimate, because like I said to you, if the jeweler, based on comparison, based on person comparing the jeweler to appearance that you say created you, I'm comparing based on percentage. The jeweler have more knowledge over the ring than your parents have over you. Based on,
I don't think so.
no, based on percentage. I know it might be two different things to compare, but so I'm going
I
by.
don't really have the
that's what I'm-
statistics for that to say
so I'm
yes
saying,
or
that's,
no.
no, that's
But,
what-
let's assume yeah.
that's why I'm going by percentage because you know what I'm saying now. If the jeweler tell you 2 weeks,
examples of humans.
if the jeweler tell you 2 weeks, every time the jeweler give you approximate date he's gonna finish, a time gonna come when the jeweler yes, a time gonna come when the jeweler gonna give you a precise date when he's gonna give you your ring in advance. A time gonna come he's gonna trick it onto a time where jeweler gonna have control over his creative action and he have control over ending his creation. That jeweler have control over it.
And let's say I made
So
it
the jeweler
days
gonna say, so what? The ring is not in the oh I really want it. But you know what? I'm not spending most time on this. I'm gonna finish it right now. Come pick it up 6 o'clock. That's a decisive, convicted time the jeweler give you in the end. Your parents,
You could come earlier and push me and I'll be like, yeah, I really need that ring earlier.
Your parents
and
cannot-
I'll try to rush up and I'll produce it.
if your parents, if they created you, they have all the time, 9 months 9 months, they have more time, than probably more than the jeweler, to tell the exact specific time of certainty where they're going to deliver their child. But they cannot do so. So you can't have an ignorant creator. The next thing I said to you, some parents don't know how many nerves, how many pulses in the human body. So can there be an ignorant creator?
So, okay. Tell me why can you kind of have ignorant creators? Like,
My sister,
why is that?
all right, 1 second. If I'm creating a portrait,
Because I don't believe that. I just explained why.
if I'm creating a portrait, I'm drawing this portrait, I'm creating the portrait.
Yeah.
I'm having control, decisive control over it. I know what color marker I want to use to put on the eye. I know what color I want.
I mean, you observe whatever the color is the eye, and then you put the
Now I'm
color
saying,
on
but
it,
I'm
that's it.
deciding. I'm convictedly and I'm precisely deciding what I want to use, what color I'm going to put on the hair. I'm saying even when you and the
If it's a portrait, then I have to follow whatever the way you look.
Even when you,
It's not really I'm deciding the way you look. You look the way you look, and I'm making a portrait of you. So if I made a false portrait of you and I made you like, I don't know, like a devil's tail, you'll be like, why I have devil's tail? I don't have that. So, you know, it's not like I'm deciding really. I'm creating the portrait, but I'm still only like reacting and observing.
I'm saying deciding what color I want to put at the eye at the individual in the portrait. I have control over that. I'm not imagine.
If I'm making a portrait,
No,
you pay me for
I'm not saying a
and I'll
portrait,
make
sister.
whatever the color
I'm not saying a
of
portrait
eyes
of you. I'm just saying not of you specifically. I'm saying generally. I'm just
Then
making.
it's not a portrait because it has to be a portrait of a person.
I'm making a drawing. Copy generally, just generally of a
So
human.
you
human
create
general, yes.
something that didn't exist.
I choose what color I want to put eye in. I precisely decide what color. And I'm saying, ask about your parents. If your parents created you, don't you have an eye color?
But I think this is
Your parents don't know these things.
It's a false argument because what I'm trying to explain.
And they don't know what
is
time you're gonna
that
die.
What I'm trying to explain to you is that the way we perceive creation right now, at the moment, in this reality that we've agreed on, right? Me as an artist,
Yeah.
we've agreed that actually you can produce things, you can be creator of very complex stuff and not really know when they will be done, or you might need to react.
But not a
to your
human being.
You can need to react to your observation.
But not you.
My observation, if I'm producing a portrait of you existing, right, and you are here in front of me and I'm producing a portrait of you, I need to follow your colors, right? You would be pissed off if I draw you white, right?
No.
You would want me to be
I'm not asking you about
the
that.
way you look. Because you will see yourself beautiful the way you are. You would
Talking
be
about
offended.
a painting, imaginary
If
painting.
I'm imagining a painting, then
you have the choice
let's
to do
say I
this.
finished my dye. I need to go and buy a dye. I'm not deciding that I need to
I'm
go
not
and buy a
disagreeing
dye.
with you. Yes,
Yeah.
a
So
creator,
things are
a human
always
being
reaction to
creator
different
can be
things.
ignorant, but a God
Yes.
is a creator, but he cannot be ignorant. Otherwise, he won't be God.
Creation is a reaction
Otherwise,
to
he won't be
things,
called God.
right? So
I'm saying, I'm sticking on the point that if your parents created you, they should have knowledge about their product. That's a simple logic that no one denying that.
nobody really has knowledge in our human society. Nobody really has 100% of knowledge about their product.
But you cannot be.
Nobody does.
But another you.
Nobody.
But creating a human being, creating a human being cannot be a coincident action. It takes 9 months for that human being to come into being. There's much time there. It cannot be a coincident action with the symmetric of a human being.
It could take it short or longer.
the DNA.
That's why I believe in evolution. That based upon evolution, it made sense for human beings to be developing in a womb for 9 months. It made sense for an elephant for it to be 12 months.
I want to ask you, what
A
does the
result
third
of
balance
an
mean?
evolution. It's a result of a reaction to things happening that happen differently than we wanted. Whatever. I don't really think that we have so much influence as a thing. You believe it's a God?
You gone somewhere, so I'm talking about, I'm still on the point. Your parents, you say the parents is your creator.
Yeah, that's
A
what
creator
I
can-
perceive. You perceive differently.
I'm saying a creator-
I don't know why, because I don't know. I
Because
have
logic-
not seen a God that created you.
Because
I've
logic-
seen I could meet your parents. Can I meet God? No, I can meet your parents.
I'm saying logic, you cannot be an ignorant creator at the time you're gonna start.
Of course,
At the time you're
it
gonna.
happens all the time in our
After,
human society.
what am I saying,
We
sister?
create
Let me finish your point now.
things, we
Sister,
take stuff,
the time you're gonna start create and the time you finish create. You cannot be ignorant creator of that at least.
time
If I
is-
bake a cake, one second, if I bake a cake, I'm the maker of that cake. I know what time I start the oven, I know what time I turn the oven off.
But our time on this planet is based on
The parents cannot tell you what time. They cannot tell me.
it's time relative.
Yeah, but your parents know you.
Time relative.
Your parents feel inside the womb. Sorry, 1 second. Your parents feel a child inside the womb for nearly 9 months. 9 months or even sometime before, or maybe after. But the parents cannot decide when exactly in advance they can deliver this child. What kind of creator is this? They have no control.
Can a woman get stressed and give labor early?
No, can a woman tell me in advance, I'm gonna deliver this child 6:30, and then deliver at 6:30? Can a woman tell me that?
If that's what
We never have that. Never have that example. We never have that. We never. Do your survey and come back here. I come back here next week. Do your survey and come back here.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So this is not a creator. Because when they deliver the child, when
I'm
they
a creator of my. I just had this. It's like we can never.
There's
agree
something
that
the
you
ring.
hear me.
The
What
jeweler
I'm
is a creator, I
telling
agree. The jeweler is a creator, but not
and
your mother.
I can have a wrong estimate of my production. I can produce.
No, you
my
don't have a wrong
ring.
estimate.
Of course I can. I can.
What you-
give to
you know the
source a
time.
lot of things. It's a reaction to different things. So the same if you're producing a child.
Sister, no, it's not the same.
You can have a
The
miscarriage.
jeweler have more control over the ring than your mother over you. Let me give you an example.
of course not.
Let me give you an example.
Of course not.
The jeweler can decide. The jeweler decide.
I don't decide everything.
I'm saying that the jeweler decide.
I don't decide if
I'm saying-
my supply has what I need.
Sister, the jeweler decide.
I react.
The jeweler decide. It doesn't matter if you reacted, but the jeweler consciously intently make a decision that I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm not doing no more work on this ring. That's a conscious
I could
decision.
fall asleep and that's not my decision.
So when you're sleeping, you're making the ring same way in your sleep.
No, wait. I'm producing a ring, I'm tired, I fell asleep, I'm producing that ring later than I wanted to. Can that happen? Can it be a reaction? So
you're sleeping and you.
creation is based.
So when you wake up, you'll go back to the ring. When you go up, when you wake up, when you wake up, that means the ring is not finished created. So when you wake up, I take you to be a jeweler that will go and view your work. That review and looking back over the ring is part of the creation process to me, same way.
Yeah,
So
but it's a reaction.
you will
It's based upon
decide-
reaction. So if creation is based upon other circumstances, in this
No,
world,
I'm saying-
no, wait, because what I want to understand, I really want to understand. I'm sorry, I need to ask you this question. So, if creation, based upon our perception, if you agree that there are different, maybe absence of supply, whatever. So something can cause me to produce that ring or this child longer, shorter, or whatever, right? So it takes more or less time than I wanted, than I designed and I planned. So it means my creation is really related to my circumstances, and it works with a reaction. It's a reaction to what's happening. I don't have supply, therefore I make this ring later. So this is our perception, right? So if you say our perception proves God, then
No,
God
you went from-
react? No, wait. Because I want to understand, right? The creation of you by God.
Yeah, it's just
Why is it perfectly constructed to God's will if it's based on your perception of how?
Says who says who based on perception? Who says that?
Based on our perception, I can be late with production.
Based on intent. A creator God based on intent. He intend to created you and shape you in the way how you shape.
Yeah, but who was God reacting to? If based on our perception that proves the existence of God, we can create something as a reaction to other things.
But we are creation though.
Yeah, but who's God reacting to? What are you reaction to? Why is He creating you? And why did it take, for example, let's say it takes 7 days or whatever, right? Let's just assume it's because I'm come from Poland, so they tell me 7 days. So, who is
And that's
God
fairy tale for you,
react-
I don't believe none of that. That's fairy tale for you, I know.
Okay, fine. So, who God is reacting to while He's producing?
If you ask who God reacting to, when the human being, I must say this to you because what I know from what God says. But for you, it's still going to be fairy tale. And normally I want to reason like this. I want to come from a place of empirical junction where I can prove something and build a conversation up. Where I prove certain point. Even though I give you the example of a jeweler. Yes, and you're right. The jeweler might based on some reaction. But my point I'm focusing on right is the jeweler also can make a precise decision to stop create and fully aware at the time that he stopped create.
So you would agree
So I'm saying,
with me? way,
can I
we
say
agree.
something?
We actually agree. So
I'm saying this- I'm saying-
happy to come to the point where
No, I'm
we
saying- I'm
agree
saying-
that there is point of free will. I decide for it to happen.
Sister, but you know, hear my point, I'm trusted to you.
And
I'm saying
there's
these are
one
two
where
things that a
it's
creator must. These are two things that creator must have knowledge of. When they start create, especially an intentional creator, when they start create and when they stop create. So one second, the creation now, the creation like a human being making the jewel now, it doesn't create the raw material that he's making the jewel from. So that's why it's a different creator from God. God created the raw material.
So it means it cannot be an argument to prove existence of God if
No.
it's a different creator.
So some say
from
to
God.
your parents, one of the points I bring up why your parents is not your creator as well. Your parents didn't exist couple years, your parents didn't exist just like how you didn't exist. But your parents came to existence by not giving themselves existence, but they receive existence with a reproductive system. They didn't give themselves that reproductive system. That's why God says in the Quran, God says, you see the sperms that you emitted. In the Quran, which is the word of God for Muslim. God says, you see the sperms that you emitted. God says, are you the creator or am I the creator? Indicating that reproductive system and the tools that you're using to beget children after. God says, is I created it.
Okay, so
You see what I'm saying?
I have another question.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So let's say there is a God, but everything if we base the existence of God and the evidence of it based on our perception of reality, the way it works here for us, then we create things as a response to demand. There's a supply and demand. We want
Not
things.
always though still.
We desire things. We need things. So we create them, right? What is
So that's the experiment.
God's desire to have you around? Like why God needs you? Why God needed to create you?
God doesn't need it. God doesn't need it. The heavens and the earth was before.
So
the-
do we ever create
Logically,
things we don't need at
the heavens and the earth, I'm answering a question. The heavens and the earth is a container for the human being, don't it? We here on the earth. So the earth is our container, don't it? We live in the earth. It's our container. We get food from the earth, the rain down from the heavens. God says it's the human being. When the heavens and the earth were created, God asked who gonna be when we was in a different realm. In a different not in the fleshy realm.
Yeah.
God asked the question to because it's other creation. You got the jinn creation created from a smokeless fire. Human beings not the only creation. You got angel created from light. But man can create from
But
clay.
why?
No.
Why- why did he
No,
need
so
that?
God asked the question, who wanna interested to take care of, to be the leader on earth? To take care of
He could have just come himself.
no. God asked a question, and we the human being, not in the human fleshy form, in the other realm. One second, sit wait down. In the other
have another question.
in the other realm, in the spiritual realm, but we was there and we answered. We said, yes, I want to be entrusted and as a vicegerent on earth. So the human being asked to become down here, to be created, and God says mankind opted, requested it. He was hasty, he was naive. He requested to be entrusted on earth with the charge of taking care of earth and being the vicegerent of an animal and this thing. So because he requested, then God created it. God says he was foolish. He created, so God created him. But we asked that.
So we are God's customer.
So we asked God to be
Wait,
created.
Question. Okay, that's the really important question I really want to hear the answer to. So, if we are basically God's customer, so it was our demands to be created. We demanded God created us.
Yeah, in this farm, yeah.
So
And put us on earth as a vicegerent.
we are God's customer, and the planet is the product.
No, we are God creation. We are God product.
No, but basically, what you just said, it was our demand to be able to utilize the planet and become and be part of this. So the planet is a product, and we are the customer. Where in your perception of
And this is the planet of the product.
of how this material work works, where in
We are the
this-
product.
No, wait, let me finish my question, otherwise you cannot answer.
Yeah.
Where do you observe that happening that a producer of a product creates customer? If
I didn't say that you
if
put.
I sell you
I didn't say.
drink, I produce the
I didn't say we are
drink,
customer.
do I
I
create-
didn't say we are customer. I did not say we are customer.
But that's how it sounds like
You
to
see-
me. If it's our, because I asked you about supply and demand and how do we understand that based on this is our physical realm and this is how we understand we produce things as a reaction Or like it's partially a choice, it's partially a reaction. There's a supply and demand.
Not always a reaction though. It's not always we react to something. People
We
produce.
said we wanted to exist. We were living
Sometimes
in another realm. We wanted to exist. We became the customer of God. We wanted.
God asks a question. He's in charge. He have control over all realm, all dominion. He asks a question to one of his creation, but we weren't in the fleshy form. He asks who's going to entrust it to the care and be the vicegerent on earth. Mankind says, yes, I want to go down on earth and be in charge of things and be the leader of the animal and everything. So God asks a question. The angel didn't ask for that. The jinn didn't say no. Mankind says, I want to do so. So because he responded and said, God, I want to, so God created him and put him on earth as the vicegerent. That doesn't mean a customer, it's still a product, it's still a creation of God. It's not a customer. Because when you say customer, it says that we're not buying, God doesn't need nothing from us because he's self-sufficient. Everything, that, including space and time, the oxygen you breathe, everything that you have, God give you. God created you from nothing and give you everything you have. He doesn't need from you. He does.
What for?
Because he does, the creator who created space and time cannot be subjugated to space and time. He doesn't got a need for anything within space and time. There's no
So
need.
you said a creator knows when and till when he's producing things, and
Yes.
now you tell me the time doesn't really matter. So your
No, I'm saying space and time to us.
about me knowing the time of production, like when I started and when I ended, is actually relevant to your argument.
No, it's not irrelevant. I'm saying every creator would have the time, every intentional creator would have the time when they
But
started.
you said he's not the subject of time, so it doesn't really matter when.
No, I'm saying to
to
you,
know.
I'm
So
saying,
it's a perception.
no, because you said because I'm correcting the term that you use that we are custom of God. No, so we are creation of God. We are product, but we are not custom of God. Even the earth is a product. Because in the sense that it give a wrong connotation that a customer is somehow benefit in the supplier, because it's a mutual exchange. But no,
And can I ask
but
another
no,
question?
God is not. God doesn't need it. We cannot benefit the creator. We create space and time. So I'm saying even this creator is not like a human creator. But I was only giving the analogy with a human creator for a ring.
So it's an
So,
analogy, not an evidence.
I was giving the analogy of a human.
Analogy, not
I was
an
giving,
evidence.
sister, I was giving the analogy of a human creator for a ring and a baker of a cake. That Eve then, the baker of a cake and the creator of a ring, is much more creator than your parents that be a creator because they have more knowledge about that thing that your parents can't answer. But the jeweler can answer those questions. But your parents can answer some of those questions.
Well, I think in our realm you have different specialists knowing different parts of the knowledge that goes into creation of things. So a baker would know how to use eggs, and a farmer would